Hey guys, this is Austin. This is the Acer Concept D7, and it is a different type of laptop. Back at Computex, Intel showed us a few new systems that were specifically designed for creators, so today they wanted to sponsor a video taking a look at what exactly makes this different. For years, if you wanted a laptop that could do real work, you were pretty much left with two options. On one hand, you could pick up a gaming laptop, or on the other, you could get a much beefier and much more expensive workstation. The idea here is that you want to buy a laptop which is creator focused, right? So it doesn't have RGB and crazy over the top stuff. It has real things like color accurate displays. RGB's fun. More importantly, there are sacrifices when it comes to doing real work on a gaming laptop. So the screen is one of the most obvious cuts. So here with the 1080p high refresh rate panel, it's nice for gaming, but it's really not ideal for things like photo and video editing, where we would much prefer to have a 4K display with good color accuracy. Then there are the other specs to consider. Well, this guy is rocking 16 gigs of RAM, which is fine for the most part. A lot of programs such as After Effects can absolutely eat up a lot more than that. And then there's the SSD to consider. For 512 gigs, I mean, yeah, that's fine for a gaming laptop, but it really isn't enough when you're dealing with huge 4K files. So it's, again, sort of like one of those more subtle differences between a gaming laptop and a creator PC. A lot of times it's just in the little things that make a huge difference in the long haul. Then there are workstations. So these are specifically meant for creative people. I mean, you've got high-end components, and especially when it comes to workloads such as 3D rendering, this is really where the sweet spot is. The only downside, though, is that not only are they monstrously huge and thick for the most part, but they also do not come cheap. That's not necessarily a good thing, though. I mean, sure, if you want to deal with the weight, that's one thing, but the price on something like this is extremely high, especially when you compare it to a creator laptop. Now, for my purposes, this is really more powerful and it is able to do everything I need. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have the Xeon and the Quadro, but for video editing, this is really where the sweet spot is as far as I'm concerned. Crack these systems open and you will find that they are very, very similar. So the Concept D is based on that same chassis design as the Predator, and on the inside they look almost identical, and that's for good reason. They share a lot of these same components, including the 9th generation Intel Core i7 processor as well as RTX 2060 graphics. Really where the Concept D differentiates itself is not with the amount of fans or cooling or anything like that, but it comes with that 4K display, the 32 gigs of RAM, the 1TB SSD, the things that actually do make a bigger difference. There's also an advantage in price here, because Acer's already done all of the R&D for this system. All it takes is for them to add those creator-specific features without having to go and develop an entirely new laptop to back that up. And especially when it comes to this Triton, man, I mean, I really like it. Like, it's super well built. I know this has actually been Ken's main sort of gaming system for a bit. So when you figure that you're just adding the 4K display and a couple of other important things, it really does make for a very, very solid laptop when it comes to a creator PC. Even though this is a fairly thin, light system, you still have all the ports you need. So importantly, it does have a Thunderbolt 3 port, and that's basically non-negotiable for me at this point. If I'm using a work laptop, I rely heavily on Thunderbolt. But you also have plenty of other I/O, including HDMI, mini DisplayPort, Ethernet, USB. I mean, you're pretty much covered here. Then there's the more subtle stuff. So personally, I'm a big fan of the very clean white look of the Concept D7. I mean, nothing against RGBs and like black and red gamer laptops, but this is a very, very clean aesthetic. It's something that I definitely prefer over a screaming, over-the-top, ridiculous system when I'm trying to get work done. Now, all of this is ignoring the fact that this is, of course, a very capable gaming PC as well. And the cool thing is that this is certainly not the only creator PC that's coming out. So right now, not only do we have the Razer Blade, but we also have the Asus ZenBook Pro Duo. There's a ton of Intel-powered designs, which can do a lot of things very, very well. And again, they don't break the bank. Sure, some of them can get expensive, but if you look at a workstation, yeah, no, it's suddenly not so bad anymore, is it? And inside all of these, you're going to find the latest 9th generation Intel Core H series processors, which scale all the way up to 8 cores, 16 threads, 5 GHz turbo. I mean, there's a ton of performance here, and especially when you combine with up to 128 gigs of RAM, this will absolutely run rings around even a fairly modern workstation. It's certainly not an apples to apples comparison, but put this creator PC side by side with this 2-year-old workstation, and it is absolutely no contest. You really do get so much more for a whole lot less. Now, all that being said, if you need the Xeon, if you need the Quadro, if you need the ECC memory, there are certainly advantages on the very high end to these workstations, but I feel like the creator PC is such a nice middle ground for the vast majority of people out there who are interested in doing just a little bit more with their gaming laptops. I shouldn't call it gaming anymore. I mean, creator PC really is its own thing at this point. Really, this all boils down to something very simple. The creator PC is something which has really languished for a while, right? And honestly, there's a huge credit to not only Nvidia, but especially Intel for really revitalizing the category. This is a laptop that not too long ago would have been a completely gaming-focused design. But now, all you need to do is just make a few changes, give you a better screen, give you more memory, make a few things that will make my life much easier as a video editor, and suddenly you have a system that can game, that can stream, that can video edit, that can photo edit. Pretty much anything you need to do, these creator PCs are ready for. And especially when you start looking at some of the crazier designs, such as the Asus ZenBook Pro Duo, as well as the actually higher end version of this, the Concept D9. I mean, it gets really, really crazy. So the more that we can see these things develop, the more that we can see these things kind of evolve, the happier I will be. And of course, huge shout out to Intel for really providing the innovation to really give these PC companies a good reason why that they should be targeting not just gamers, but creators at the same time.